Hi folks, this is Joe Leek, Leek Family Farms. We'd love for you to like and subscribe to our channel. And I'm here today to show you something that we use a lot. And it's our knife sharpening wheel. And I want to kind of go over what it is and how you guys can put one together and how you maintain it. And then we're going to go ahead and sharpen some knives. So this is just a regular bench grinder. It's two-ended. It's a 6-inch grinder. This one is a DeWalt, but you can buy some pretty good stuff, pretty cheap from Harbor Freight, and I think you do just fine sharpening knives with it. And we'll put the wheels. Both of them. This is a cardboard wheel. This is a leather wheel. And we also will have compound, and we'll show you how that works here in just a minute. We'll put that in the video, and also a grinder from Harbor Freight. So, okay, I'm gonna get started here, and I'm gonna show you guys how we do this. The man that taught me how to do this, when he first told me to use Elmer's wood glue, I thought, you know, that's crazy, it won't work, but it does. It's just regular school glue. And the way we do it is we just start and we put it on the wheel like this. Get it on there pretty good.
Oh, it's leaking now. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, and then we're gonna spread it out on there. We want to cover the wheel. We want to cover the wheel pretty good. Okay, just like that. Now we'll take our paper, slide it up under it, and this is our fine grinding compound. And like I said, we'll put this in the video where you guys can see this. And you just want to sprinkle this on the wheel, and don't worry about it spilling. It's okay, because we're gonna reclaim it here in a minute anyway. You can do this and let it dry, and then you can put more glue over it, and you can do it again. You can build it up thicker. I usually don't. I usually just put one coating like this, because it lasts quite a while anyway. Okay, now you just want to spin that while it's still kind of wet, like that right there. And then you're just going to leave that dry, and then take this and shake it together like that. And we're just going to pour it right back in our there you go. And you don't lose any that way. You just need to let that set and let that completely dry. And then this side over here, this is just a leather, it's just a leather wheel. And we'll show you in just a minute. You sharpen your knife on this side, and then you pull the burr off on this side, and it's really, really sharp. So anyway, that's how you put your wheel together. If you want to keep your knives sharp, this is the way to do it. And the next part will be how to sharpen our knives and take care of them. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to use this once you've got your grit and everything ready to go. I'm going to show you how to go into the knife sharpening part of it. So you need to get whatever you use, and the screenshot that I showed you guys for the leather wheel, it comes with this if you buy that one I was talking about. And this is just like a jeweler's compound. Now we need to put this on the leather wheel and get it covered real good, because what this compound does is after you work a burr up on the end of your blade, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, then this is going to pull it back off. And if you don't have this compound on it, it's not going to pull that burr down good. So just get it like that. We don't have to be perfect, you know, just get it covered good. Now, another thing I want to show you before we start is this will not work good because it will heat the tip of the blade up a little bit. Now, I'm not talking about red hot, but on these cheaper knives, I don't know how they heat tempered them, but you can see this happened over several sharpenings that this done this. But I've never had any trouble with a good quality knife. Even a softer blade like an old timer or a case, they're fine. That's no problem. Any of my fillet knives, even the cheaper fillet knives, there's not been a problem. So one thing about using this wheel, and I'll show you my knife that I carry with me most of the time. Now, I have sharpened this thing for years, but you can see it's beginning to get pretty wore down. So you don't want to take a family heirloom and start sharpening it on here. But the one good thing about it is you always have a sharp knife. So for me, it's all right to have the trade-off. But I mean, I'm talking about over 10 years of me sharpening it all the time. And I may just, when I'm getting ready to run out the door, I may just run down here and sharpen it. So anyway, you can see that this knife has really been worked on. And let me start with it, and I'll just show you here. You need to use some kind of eye protection. Like me, if you have to wear glasses to be able to see what you're doing, you can wear those glasses for your eye protection. So I'm going to start this. It's going to be pretty loud for just a minute here. We want to hold the angle that we want on our blade, and we're just going to pull it across. We're going to keep the angle that we want. We're going to go across twice on one side and twice on the other. Okay? And you can see we've got a nice shiny point there out the end. And then we'll just come over here. We want to press pretty hard. And we're going to just come across twice. And come on this side, you want to press pretty hard. Now, if you'll look, you can see the glass mirror finish that it's put on that, and it's pretty sharp. Let me get a piece of paper here real quick. Okay. Now you can see that this blade is very, very, very sharp.
Shave it with your hair. Okay, that's enough. It's very sharp. The second thing I'm going to show you, let's turn this back off for just a minute, this is a knife right here that it hasn't ever had very much done to it. You can tell by looking at it. This is a buck, and if you can see right along this edge, Jarrell, give me a piece of pencil real quick. You can see along this edge, we want to have a taper that's going to be like this. Let me show you guys. So right now, the taper is coming down, and then it's in, and then it's coming down, and it's in. So we've got this real sharp taper. What we want is we want a gradual taper. So we want our blade to be shaped like that so we can get it really sharp. So that's what we're gonna do on this one. Now, you don't wanna do it in one sharpening because you'll get your blade too hot. So what we need to do is we need to just start, and we're gonna put a little heat on it, and we'll just pull it down just enough, and then the next time we sharpen it, we'll remember, and we'll take it down a little more, and we'll take it down a little more. But let me see if we can get this one sharp. It is not very sharp right now. So we're just gonna hold our angle. And you can see right down in here how I'm holding it, and we've got some spark. It's throwing some spark. And we're just trying to change that angle just a little. And be careful about our point. When we come to the end, we have to be careful because we can burn the end right off of that point. So on the other knife, I said go 2 or 3 times one way and 2 or 3 times the other. On this one, we're gonna go several times, but we're gonna be slow in between, and we're gonna let that blade cool, and we're gonna feel it. It's not getting all that hot, but you can begin to see how I'm pulling that blade down. See on that side how wide the mirror finish is, and then look on this side, see how dull it is. It's not near as much. So now we're going to make this side match that side. Now you have to be real careful about this, and you have to kind of gauge each knife, because you can get a softer knife, and if you push too hard, it's going to cut in too deep. But on a harder knife, it won't cut, but it'll heat your metal up too much. So you kind of have to experiment and be careful. Don't start with a $100 knife. Start with but now you can see this mirrored finish now. We've got it wide on this side, and we've got it nice and wide on that side. And now we're going to take it to the buffing wheel, and we've got to pull this. I don't know if you guys can see that edge, but there's a burr edge right there, and I've got to pull that off. And this leather wheel can heat your blade too, so you do need to pull. You need to push harder to pull that off, but don't hold it. You want to be moving it all the time. Here we go, and here's our edge. You can see our mirrored finish, and let's see if I got any hair left anywhere. Looks like we got her pretty sharp to me. Anyway, if you guys have any questions in the comments about any of this, about how we put this together, about getting any of this stuff, you're going to take more metal off, so just be prepared for that. But the trade-off for me was I could always have a sharp knife in my pocket really quick. I appreciate you guys very much, and we want you to like and subscribe to our channel, and I hope that this taught you guys something. We'll see you guys next time, and thank you for tuning in and watching us.